Wholeness Starseeds, what up? It's your boy Dorian Fraser, Human Activator, Leptokinetic Healer, and today I'm bringing you another Energy Healing Explain. And this one, like most of these, definitely has a special place in my heart. This session kind of really prepared me for everything else that I was about to experience. It was the first time that I actually had responses to this level, to this strength, where they were actually consistent neurogenic tremors throughout the whole session. So for those that are new here, if you haven't seen the last episode, go watch that, because it is actually the session I did before this one, and my classmate who I did that session on is actually who brought me this incredible receiver who we're about to view today. And long story short, we were at this point in time just practicing, trying to work on as many bodies as we could, and we were just practicing together. And he, brought over a friend of his who ended up becoming a good friend of mine. And during the session, some spectacular, incredible things began to happen. And so interestingly enough, after the session, I had my first real entity extraction. So once again, it was kind of really preparing me for some of the things that I was going to see. So when this first happened, it was really a bizarre feeling, because I had never had anyone react this strongly with such little effort. It was almost humorous, because it was just so unbelievable, the responses that he would exhibit. And after this, we would go on to film quite a few sessions and, discover quite a few things in regards to how to use different techniques, and it just really was able to show me a lot of different things based on the level of stimuli that this individual was exhibiting. Once again, a huge learning experience for me. There was certain points where I thought I was hurting him, that I thought I might actually kill him because of how hard he was tremoring and convulsing. It was almost alarming at first, and it really set my threshold high to understand, like, hey, these things are okay. It's just the body releasing things. This is supposed to be part of the process. Now, one of the most fascinating parts to this whole session was the receiver. And one of the main things it ended up teaching me is that there are certain people that have a specific archetype where their systems are just ready to go. They're extremely electromagnetically sensitive, and their responses are easily elicited. There's not much work you have to do to get them to happen. They're just already just ready to go. Another thing it taught me was to have real life faith in myself. It really allowed me to develop an amount of confidence, because I could directly see the influence of my thoughts, of my intentions, of the work that I was trying to do. Real time, no resistance, immediate responses. So anyways, it was one of the craziest sessions that I did in the beginning of my career, that really laid the foundation to understand how to work with a lot of other people. Let's go ahead and view this film, peel back those layers, and dive a little bit deeper. So a lot of people always say, oh, it's fake because he's smiling. No, it was just unbelievable. It was a very surreal moment, and when you're able to get someone to move without touching them, and they believe in energy healing, it really affirms to them that this is real and it's exciting. So I also have my old classmate, So I also have my classmate assisting at the bottom, helping to ground out the energy, because once again, this was all new to me, and it was extremely intense, and I wanted to make sure that I was taking my precautions. But notice the fluctuations of when we move, So just notice the different fluctuations that occur just from moving our hands in different areas. You can really see that his system is showing us areas of resistance and areas of poor voltage, and blockages, and all these kinds of things. So right here we found a obstruction in the root chakra, and I was intuiting that because of the way he put his arms over himself. It looked like a very position that was trying to achieve safety. Now watch here when I lift my hand up how his body reacts to the change in the stimulation of his field. It's incredible. And so all these different types of what appear to be, hand movements from the client seem to be the releasing of different emotions. And here we're just doing some extractions, just pulling out any stuck energy using different Reiki symbols to assist in pulling that stuff out. Notice how his body's reacting much, much differently than when we were just sending the energy. Here we're just really trying to open up the heart space and get any stuck energy out of the heart. You can literally see him like being pulled with the energy as I'm pulling it out. It's incredible. And so this was his first session, and so he had no idea about any of the things that he was about to experience. Beautiful. This is my favorite part of this clip. Such an incredible extraction. I mean, look at the arch, indicating that, a lot of gunky energy is trying to come out. Just use another symbol to really open that space and work with clearing that stuff out while we're extracting it simultaneously. So I learned to incorporate multiple techniques while working on this specific patient. So we can see based on his reaction here that most of the blockage in that heart space has been alleviated just based off his responses. They've become much more mild, and there's a lot less arching that's occurring when we're pulling this stuff out. Look at, as we pull that stuff out, how it starts going down the legs though. His system was so incredibly sensitive. And just, once again, I think it's really important to recognize where the hand positions are being held and the parts of the body that are responding. See, as we go right over the head, it makes it completely lay down. And now there's only responses from the head coming. It's really incredible, actually. I know I'm saying this is incredible a lot, but even observing this many, many, many years later, it's just unfathomable sometimes. So notice the specifics. We're working around in the head area, and only the head is reacting. So yeah, that was a really awesome session and something that really helped me move forward in understanding what exactly is happening, my capabilities, is it me, is it the person? Because a lot of times when I first started, I was really insecure about it because I could get people to move sometimes, but not all the time, and I didn't understand it. And I ended up learning that it wasn't me, it was their system. And once we figured that out, I was able to create a solution, based around certain processes that stimulate their electrical system. But yeah, that's what I got. I love going over these with you guys. I love being able to share this with the world. And yeah, your guys' presence is always appreciated. If you guys haven't, be sure to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you're new, check out the rest of the series if you haven't as well. The link will be in the description. And yeah, if anybody's ever interested in a private session via Skype, you can email us at Human Grid Activation or check out our website, microgridactivation.com. Yeah, it is a pleasure, to be here co-creating with you all, and it is an honor to have anyone participate in this sacred ascension process. So, until next time, y'all, wholeness. Another thing it showed me was another thing it taught me was to have real life faith in myself. It really allowed me to develop an amount of confidence, because I could directly see the influence of my thoughts, of my intentions, of the work that I was trying to do. Real time, no resistance, immediate responses.